A month ago we made this veggie patch and we haven't really showed it on here, so we decided to just show what we have planted and what kind of problems we have already had with this. It was kind of a quick decision to make this garden because we kind of was thinking that we will do the food forest and we will prepare the area and we will prepare the soil properly. But we went to the market one day and we just saw all these nice plants, seedlings, and we just went for it and we went kind of crazy with it, to be honest. So what we have here is 3 kind of cabbages. And I think Fabio may be able to tell what exactly kind of cabbages they are because I'm not sure. But starting from this row here, we have either broccoli or cauliflower. We are not sure yet, but most people say it's cauliflower. Here we have the red cabbage. This is another kind of cabbage here, which I'm not sure the name of. And here we have a row of spinaches and salads. And here we have planted some carrots. And then there is again a row of cabbages, cauliflower or broccoli, and a bit more of the red cabbages. Well, it all looks really nice and growing is really well. We had to water it quite a bit at the first few weeks because we were having like really high temperatures. It was like high 20s, and every morning when we woke up everything was like really sad looking. So when it's sunny here you have to water it a lot. In the last few days we have had some good rain, so that has helped a lot. But we have had lots of problems with all kinds of pests here. Well, everything is growing really well and we are super excited and happy to see everything so pretty. Everyone else is also noticing that, including snails and cabbage butterflies. So at first we thought we only have the snails and slugs. So every night we came out here on hunt because they come out at night, and we would just find every night lots of them around, lots of them already on cabbage. If you come closer to here, you can just see how much they've eaten. It's insane. They just eat big holes out of everything and it just looks so sad. Another problem is, as you may see, appearing some white butterflies. At first I think we didn't really think that the butterflies are the ones that are eating them, I think. But after a while we noticed that the butterflies are laying some eggs which turn into little caterpillars, worms, I don't know how do you call them exactly, but they're like green little worms that are exactly on the cabbages. I think they are not that much on the salads or spinaches, but they are here on the broccolis and on the cabbages. And it's really, really hard to deal with them. As you can see, everything has lots of holes. They're really tiny. You have to inspect literally every leaf to notice them, and you have to check every back of the leaf for the eggs. So it's been quite a fight with them, and as everything is growing, as you can see, the cabbages are already forming heads. It's just really sad to see that the more everything grows, the more of these worms and everything is appearing. We have come up with some solution which hopefully is gonna work. So with snails we were coming out every night, checking it and taking them away, which worked at first because after a few days of picking them off they just seemed to not come anymore, and then they only returned after a while. So you have to always check. But with worms it's very hard because these butterflies are coming here during the day and they're just like flying around and laying their eggs and everything that they see. So the only solution for us was to get the net, because we don't want to spray with any pesticides, we don't want to use anything like that here. We'll try our best to get rid of them and save our veggies in a natural way. So what we have come up with, as a lot of people were suggesting, is the easiest thing to do is to get a net like this, and you just cover obviously your vegetables. It still gets the light through, it still gets the moisture and the water through, so it shouldn't be a big problem. What we need to decide now is how we are going to make it so that it doesn't like stretches over the plants and like suffocates them too much, because last night we already put it over and it just doesn't it sits too much on the cabbages, so it needs to be on something higher so that it doesn't really touches the cabbages. So that's what we're gonna do now.
So with the net, as Lima was explaining, we are hoping to kill two birds with one stone, which is basically stop the butterflies from laying their eggs and stopping the snails. Usually people use these either for birds to cover the fruit trees or for the butterflies only. And for that it would be very easy, just throw the net on top of the vegetables, because the butterflies are not smart enough to go around little corners that could be open, so that would work fine. But because we want it to work for the snails and slugs which come at night, that's why putting it in place needs a little bit more planning, and it needs to be better. It needs to be put in place properly, otherwise the slugs will just go through and the snails will also go through if it's not covered all the way from the ground to the top. So that's why we are planning these now.
Here I also have started a little herb garden in pots in the front of the house. Look at these beauties. Oh, they're so pretty. This is parsley, and here will be coriander. I'm just wondering if they aren't too close together, too many in one pot. I was thinking maybe you should take some out, but don't know. We'll see how they grow. And here I have oregano. But even here on this oregano we still had some worms. Sometimes I find them. Here is, like, as you can see, like, look at this. There's a hole in it. It's just, we have the biggest problem with this, and I don't know if it's is it because it's so warm still outside, or is it just the location that has a lot of pests? I don't know, but it's hard. And here we have our poor little mint pot that was all eaten by little worms as well. Similar, like those green ones on cabbages. I kind of cleaned it up a little, put it on the side, and it kind of seems to be recovering, which is just the strangest thing. You would think that pests and worms don't eat mint, but this one was just ruined. It's really strange also because they have some growing here naturally. They had lots growing here, but they were kind of dried out, so I took them all out. But they've been coming back recently, so I'm gonna let them grow here, and they just look so much better. no one's eating them here. I don't know, maybe they're just more resistant than the ones I bought in the shop.